Chapter 16, Independence Day. All right, everybody. Independence Day. What do we call that? That's the 4th of July. We celebrate our independence. Our independence from what country? From England, because America was once part of England, and we separated from them by the Declaration of Independence. There's that word again. So Independence Day is a celebration of July 4th. All right, so let's look at page 40 in your workbook. Let's go through the reading notes. Page 40, make sure you're with me. Put your finger on your book, on the words. Okay, that first word, you know what it says? It says parasol. A parasol is basically an umbrella that they use to keep the sun off when it gets too hot. Next word, congressman, a member of Congress, a political figure. So he's a politician. Oh, next one, the Declaration of Independence, the document that announced the independence of the American colonies from the British Empire, July 4th. Next word, redcoat. That was a British soldier serving during the American Revolution, redcoat. Next word, musket. That's a type of gun that they used especially during the Revolutionary War. And then revolution. We know two definitions for this one. A revolution refers to the American Revolution, where it changed hands so that we were an independent country. But revolution also is talking about in science. Do you remember what that is? That's the earth going around the sun one time. That is a revolution. That's our calendar year. So revolution is a change, okay? Let's look at the vocabulary words. Get ready to write in. Number 1, they passed gray and dappled gray horses. Dappled here means, do you know? Can you guess? It means spotted. Had spots on it. Had spots on it. Okay, dappled means spotted. Number 2, Almanzo felt solemn and very proud. He was proud to be an American. So he was deeply satisfied. He was satisfied that he was an American. He was proud of that fact. Deeply satisfied. Make sure you're getting these written in. Number 3, the music was so gay. In this context, in this time frame, that simply meant happy. Everybody liked it. It made everybody happy. Please make sure you've written that in. Number 4, I just as lief ask him if I wanted to. That's not a word we use nowadays, is it? In this context, it meant that he would just as willingly ask him if he wanted to. So lief here means willingly or readily. Willingly, comma, readily. Basically what he's saying is, I'd do it if I wanted to. That's what he's saying. And number 5, he was faint-hearted, but he had to go. Faint-hearted. Do you remember the movie The Wizard of Oz? Do you remember what it was that the lion needed? He needed courage, didn't he? He was faint-hearted. So in this case, he was faint-hearted but had to go. That means he was cowardly. He was not brave. He was cowardly. We think of the cowardly lion from the movie. In this chapter, you're going to read about Almanzo having to go do something that he was scared to do. So I want you to go ahead and read chapter 16, Independence Day, using one of the ways that we've been talking about. After you're finished reading it, I want you to come back and we will talk about this and do some of the things in the book. Make sure you come back, and I will see you after chapter 16. Okay, guys, comprehension questions. First of all, did you like it? It's a cool chapter. I think so. Okay, number 1. Once they arrive in Malone, why does Almanzo stay with Father instead of hurrying off like the rest of the family? What was his favorite thing to do? It was to be with the horses, wasn't it? So he helped Dad get the horses unhitched and took care of those. Number 2, how does Frank get Almanzo to ask for the nickel? Frank asks him, and he dares him to do it. Not just a regular dare. What does he do? Double dare. I double dare. I double dare you. Go do it. Go ask Dad for a nickel. Now you might think a nickel, that's not a whole lot. Well, back at that time, it was. It was a lot of money. Number 3, why does Father ask Almanzo about potatoes? Dad's asking about potatoes? And what does this have to do with a $50? Huh? Do you remember that? So Father wants to make sure Almanzo understands how much work goes into earning money. It's not just, it takes a lot of work. And Father wanted to make sure Almanzo understood that. He wants him to think about the value and spend his money wisely. Don't waste your money. That's what he's telling Almanzo. Number 4, how does Almanzo decide to spend his $50? How much is a $50? 50 cents, right? So what is he going to buy with his $50? Do you remember? He decides to buy a little suckling pig. That means a baby pig. He's going to buy that, and he's going to invest his money that way. All right, guys, you're going to write in at the top on page 41, quotations. There's 2 of them here, or there's one thing here. All the country, I want you to follow along. Go ahead and look at the top of 41. All the country had a holiday air. Nobody was working in the fields, and along the road, the people in their Sunday clothes were driving to town. It was farmers that took all that country and made it America. But we were farmers, son. We wanted the land. It was farmers that went over the mountains and cleared the land and settled it and farmed it and hung on to their farms. Who said that? It was Father. So I want you to write in, Father. I'm going to know if you actually listened by whether or not you filled that in. That's one of the key ways that I will know. All right, guys. So that is all we're going to be doing for right now. So that's the end of chapter 16, and I will see you next time.